Clark here at the Music Channel, and we are back with Foxy Shazam. We're talking about the Church of Rock and Roll, the new record, and touring. We just got done talking about how the record was recorded, but what do you guys think? Touring, is that your favorite part, or?
It's actually, I would say performing's my favorite part. You know what? I take it for granted, I think, because it is one of those things we all do, you know, because it's hard. It's really hard. It's one of the hardest things of being in a band. And but what I like about it is touring on the road. You see so many nooks and crannies of the country that you don't normally see when you're flying from city to city, you know. So there's so many little places in between, like mom and pop restaurants that you never would discover that. In the middle of nowhere, like in Kansas, in some dirt road, you run into this Mexican place and they have burritos like this big. And it's like, that's the type of thing that is so good about touring. Aside from playing, you know, just the touring thing is just awesome. Discovering new territory.
It's a little bit easier to take touring for granted because you only make a record for a couple weeks or a couple months or something, whereas like, I think most of us have been on tour since we graduated high school pretty much. So.
Sure. What about London?
Oh, we've been traveling in a little van there, so it's
Clown
great
cars.
being there. But there's like a giant pile of us like sitting on top of each other, and like not sleeping and everything. But we love being in London, but the traveling there is always rough. And the shows are great, and the people are great, and we have lots of like people we like seeing there.
So who's driving? I mean, you have to learn how to drive on the other side of the street.
Well, yeah, over there it's a tour manager that also drives for us.
we're not
So I'm pretty sure we would not do well.
Yeah.
Band members should not drive in England unless they live in England, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, I agree, because I didn't drive at all either. They wouldn't let me.
Yeah.
I didn't ask.
I think it's just safer that way.
Horrifying and confusing.
So performing live, and you know, I got a chance to see you guys the other night. It was a CD release party. You guys are amazing.
Thank
but I
you.
have to ask one question. How many keyboards do you have in the shop at one time? Because this guy, he's an amazing player, but he beats the living crud out of it.
I actually think I broke it that show. Like the keyboard I've been playing, like Roland gave to me.
Yeah.
It's like a $3,000 keyboard. It's beautiful and perfect. And I put like 400 shows on it before it broke.
Wow.
Like all the other ones, like I'd break it in a day and a half, and I'd be sitting there super gluing stuff all back together, and there'd be like popsicle sticks and teeth.
Right.
But this one's been working pretty good, so I'm gonna probably get another one of them pretty soon. So.
And it's really, like, we do this, we've been doing it for so long that we kind of, it seems like we're going, you know, crazy and like just so destructive, but there's like this real nice, precious way of doing everything that we've learned over the years that just kind of helps make everything last a little longer, including our bodies.
Yeah. Well, you're amazing because I don't know. I mean, I assume that you don't need a membership to a gym because you get enough cardio in one gig. You've done more cardio in one gig than I've done in 2 years, which is amazing. And you're an amazing frontman.
Thank you, man.
And you know, I can tell that you enjoy it. But Aaron, who's hiding over there, I have to say one thing. You know, from a bass player perspective, you know, I've lived in the House of Drummers for 26 years, and I love the way you play.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
You know, and I'm very serious about this because finding a drummer that sits in the pocket, that doesn't have to be flashy, but can be incredibly dynamic and powerful.
Yeah.
You're awesome.
Thanks.
And I mean that. I mean that. I've been thinking about that since Friday. So.
Wow, that's awesome. That's definitely what I strive to do. You know, it's I think there's a perfect part for every song and a perfect way to play it, and definitely strive to be extremely solid and, you know, strive for perfection.
Sure.
Although it's a kind of a goose chase, but you know, also being able to play dynamically and do some fun stuff, show off a little bit here and there, and spin some sticks around and make it look
easy.
Make it look easy and make it look fun.
Yeah. Well, you do look like you're having fun. You make it look easy, and I know it's not. Yeah, I know it's not.
Thanks,
so new record's out.
Yep.
And you're going to be on tour with The Darkness. How long are you going to be out with those guys?
I think it's about a month. I think maybe a little bit over a month.
And after that?
We just came back with them from England, so, which we were out for a month too. So this is almost like a continuance of that, which is cool because we're all comfortable with each other. And then after the Darkness tour, we're going to do a headlining run supporting our record, which is good because we always feel like we want to be like, as much as we enjoy supporting, we always want to be a headlining band. You know, we just kind of want to make our own fan base and just create this own thing around ourselves, and not really. But so we're really anxious to do that because we don't get a chance to headline very often. So.
Sure. Oh yeah, and the headlining tour is the best anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although it's fun to open because you're done early for the night.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
So you're on IRS Records now. There's a little bit of history behind IRS Records, and there's history in Cincinnati because I believe Over the Rhine was on IRS years ago.
Yeah.
And then IRS went out of business.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what happened with them, but I know they shut down for a while, and it's cool that we're able to be the first band to revive it, because it's it has such a cool, that label had such a cool, like, vibe to it, and I think we fit perfectly for that. There's always these bands that were a little unconventional, but still managed to, like, become mainstream, like, was Black Sabbath was on it, and then
REM.
I was going to say REM,
Yeah.
the Go-Go's were on it, right?
Yeah.
Was it? Really?
Yeah, I'll go Boy.
I think so.
I think you may be right.
Yeah.
Well, now they're on under the EMI umbrella, which Blessed Union. We did 2 records for EMI.
Oh, cool.
And then they shut their doors here in the United States, although they're still a British company.
Yeah, yeah.
And we wound up on Capitol and blah blah blah, and wound up, doing
Yeah.
bouncing around like everybody else does.
Yeah.
But I wish you guys the most success.
Thank you, man.
Thanks. Thank you so
I
much.
really enjoyed it. I hope you guys have a chance to come back and see us sometime soon. I know you're going to be busy, but will you come back and see us sometime?
Absolutely.
Of course.
Yeah, definitely.
The Church of Rock and Roll. Whether you like rock and roll, any form of music, I tell you what, this is an artistic record. I love the record. You're going to love the record. Ladies and gentlemen, Foxy Shazam on IRS Records. And we will see you next time at the Music Channel.
Thank you.